Hello. This is going to be an addition to my back surgery, back condition stuff going on. I just got out of an appointment with my naturopath, who I've been so locked up in stuff with the allopaths, and I wasn't able to get a hold of her. I haven't seen her in like 8 months, and I was seriously crying the minute that I just called to talk to her because my allopath in Seattle, I hadn't seen him in 6 months because I was trying to get away from the system and away from it, because it was just throw pills on top of it and don't look at anything, and it's not a problem, and that we don't see any of the other stuff going on, and I just wanted away from it. And then I re-hurt myself, and the even the ERs did. They did 2 MRIs. My back is so messed up, and I have not been able to get anybody to really look at it. They'll do a leg lift or two, or if you can walk, then it's not serious. But the ER doctors were almost ready to throw me into surgery right away. And that if it not for all the C19 complications and things like that, I probably would have been in there already. But my general practitioner, my allopath, has basically been saying it's just pain. And he denied that I was in pain for fucking years. And then now, yeah, you're in a lot of pain, but it's not a problem. It's not a problem. You just go home, take more muscle relaxers, take this and that. Wouldn't even really look at my back. And I called my naturopath, and she remembered me like just from the phone, not even looking at my chart. Hasn't seen me in like 8 months, and was like, haven't you had that low back pain for a while, and the sacroiliac joint stuff? And I said, yes, yes I have. And she had an appointment ready for me first thing in the morning. Even my allopathic doctor, the ER told me, they said, we sent your doctor this stuff. If you tell them you were at the ER, they should get you an appointment right away. No, it was 2 weeks before they would let me see them, and then they did a phone appointment. It was like he didn't remember me at all. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think he's trying to deny that there was anything going on, even with the first MRI report from the ER. And then I went in today to see my naturopath, and she looked at my back all over. She goes, have you been in an accident? And I said, no, I've never been in an accident. That's part of what makes this so scary. And I told her what the MRI reports had. She told me how to send them to her and stuff. And I've had degenerative disc disease going on for a while, but my doctors just keep saying, no, it couldn't possibly be causing pain or causing other sorts of dysfunctions in your walking. And she's seen people like that all the time that come in. Yes, it can, and that same disc that they refuse to do anything about is now slipping. I can feel it moving in and out of place when I sit, and it's so disconcerting to feel that. And the it was just such a different thing to have just somebody really, really look at me and like really look at my vitals and look at things. And I do have a fever, and I do have high blood pressure because I'm hurting so fucking bad. And it's just not been easy. I've not been able to work or do much of anything for my kids, and even the most that the hospitals and that my doctor will do and give me these painful ass injections of Toradol, which it doesn't even work for my back. I've got lost cartilage in my knee, and my neck's been hurting, and I've been getting like numbness in my arms and shit like that, and they won't, even with the MRI showing I've got foraminal stenosis in my cervicals, and swelling in one of my thoracics, and I've got herniated and ruptured discs in my lumbar spine that are pushing on my S1 and L5 nerves, and like there's a whole lot of bullshit going on, and they just go, nope, you just need nothing, or here, just throw more pills on it. And I'm going, look, even at that point, after a while, they won't even give you anything. After a while, they're going, you're just stressed. And I'm like, would somebody please tell me what the fuck is going on? And my naturopath, she goes, I already knew you had the SI joint stuff going on, and I didn't think to look at the other stuff. And I said, it hasn't really bothered me. The upper stuff didn't bother me until more recently. And I mean, it's been there, but I'm so used to people telling me that it's in your head and it's not a big deal. And like, I she said I probably have osteoarthritis or something along those lines, and there's probably a couple of things going on, and that I mean, it's been ignored for years. I just called my insurance company to get records so that because there's no frickin' way with how many years that my doctor's been seeing me that he could just either deny the symptoms from his own frickin' notes, and he puts things in his notes that didn't happen, or that I said that I didn't say, or that he said that he didn't say, and the damn clinics lost my charts several times, and I just wanted a record at least of how many times I've been in there, because I don't know what else to do about it. And it's just like, I knew something like this was probably going on, and I was trying to get somebody to figure out the long term. And it's nice for one to be validated in a way. Like, it's scary as fuck to have something that I thought that I probably had, and it's another reason to quit smoking, but maybe at least now I can get some of the stress down. I had my smoking down pretty darn good this summer. Actually doing videos where I've been smoking in them I was afraid to do them for a long time, and it actually helped in calling attention to how much I've been smoking, and I cut down a lot. It saved a lot of money. I got my weight down like 70 pounds, and then it came back up from this last month of this back stuff. I'm up another 10 pounds, and it's like, fuck. You know, so many things going on. See, I don't even Spirit's saying just quit that shit, right? It's not good for the spine at all. But I don't know. I don't know what exactly is going to go on at this point here. I know when your naturopath who wants to avoid most allopathic things says you definitely need physical therapy, and you probably do need to go into spine surgery because it sounds like your disc is slipping in and out of place. And like, if it goes completely, it's not going to be okay. And I know that, like, even on the phone, because I was telling her, I said, you know, the ER doctors think that I might need surgery like soon, and I'm like waiting to hear from the neurosurgeon for a consult, and my doctor is angry because I told one of the ER doctors, I tried to be polite, but I said, I don't know what's going on with my doctor. He's all over the place. He acts like he doesn't remember me. I've been seeing him for years for these problems, and now it feels like I've had an accident and I haven't. And she was good enough to do a second full body MRI and give me a referral to a neurosurgeon, and my GP is mad about that and wouldn't even, I had a friend go in with me to my last appointment with him, and even she saw it. I was like, thank you, you know, I should have done that a long time ago, because I thought maybe I was what they were saying, that I was just in there complaining about nothing, and I've been asking for an MRI for years, because that's what all of the stuff said, that if you can't find a problem other ways, you do that next to at least rule things out. I feel like my back's been like this for a while, and that's what I first went in for, was because little stupid things like gardening would throw my back out, and that's not normal at my age. And I got a lot of ageism for it as well. You're too young to have this problem. You're too young to have that problem. I'm going, I know, that's why I'm here. Like, I'm a hippie person. I'm a drink tea, take herbalism. If you gotta take some over-the-counter stuff, Tylenol, ibuprofen. This doctor was saying, like, just keep increasing, like, more and more and more Tylenol and ibuprofen. And even my naturopath says, no, that's gonna poison you. I said, I know. Like, I don't want to do that. And I don't know what's going to happen next at this point, because if even she's saying surgery is the next option, I'm kind of stuck in an in-between place. I can't see physical therapists for another week and a half, and they don't even know if they'll touch me. They said they got to look through my files and see what if anything they can do with me. And the neurosurgeon's office has been so busy that they keep telling me to call back every 3 or 4 days to see if they've looked at my case yet or not. And the ER is a roulette wheel of whether or not you'll get anybody who'll actually look at you or do anything about it, and most of the time they just knock you out for a few hours, and when I wake up it's worse, and they go, oh well, go home. It's like, it's not been fun. In any case, for those of you that watch my channel, this is part of why I've been sticking just to mostly channeled messages and stuff, and I know a lot of this is spirit stuff. I've been thinking about the energy of it too, and I think a lot of it is, finally learning to stand up for myself and not being so afraid, because a lot of times in the past, especially in the medical industry, if I've spoken up for myself, I've gotten in trouble. Even the last time I went to the ER because I bent over to help my son with something, and I even supported myself. I had something underneath me, and when I got up, I was so dizzy, and I felt like I was gonna faint, and I was like, I could feel the confusion coming through, and I went into the ER, and they told me they had so many people on top of me all at once. I've never even been into that side of the ER, like where they bring people in on ambulances and stuff. And they wrote down in my chart afterwards that I was a confusing historian who sounded non-compliant with my doctor, because he was prescribing me stuff that isn't, it's basically anti-anxiety stuff, and not only did it not help, but I had bad side effects from it. And thankfully, at least my naturopath, she goes, "What is he doing giving you that stuff?" I said, "I don't know." And it even says in my chart that I have bad reactions to it. And he said to do it anyways. And so, I mean, what sucks is I'm not stupid and I know better than to do it, but it's like a codependence thing between me and my doctors at this point, going, I don't want to not get any help, because if I don't do what you say, you're going to write me as non-compliant, and then no one will help, and then I'm going to be forced to just go in and out of the ER until somebody does something for real. I don't know, I feel lucky at this point, because she is helping me and she is doing a lot. And even she even has a few things she said she might be able to do that she's got to look into and see if my insurance will cover it. And if they will, then that could help a lot. I still probably won't avoid having to have some sort of surgery for at least the slip disc, but at least now with the MRIs and everything, we can address it, because I've got arthritis in my upper spine and arthritis in my lower spine, and some of these tears are happy tears, because it's like, I'm not crazy, and I'm not lazy, and I'm not just trying to pull one over on anybody, you know? Anyways, I hate crying. I really do, but I've been giving myself permission to do it lately, and I know a lot of people are similar to me. Nobody wants to look weak and stuff, but I figure it's helpful, for one, to throw on the channel that, yeah, like, give yourself emotions. Let yourself have a poor me day, you know, and cry the happy and the bad tears, because you got to take both with both. And I don't know. I feel for anybody else who's been going through something similar, and I think I'm going to start doing a vlog of my experiences of this, and like some of the stuff at home that has helped a little bit, at least to get through it. And I mean, this has been years. I just checked with my insurance, and I've been trying to see somebody for this since at least 2015. You know, it's not been a short thing. It's not been an easy thing. And from what I've been looking up too, it's not just women, but women in particular, or anyone in minority status, especially anyone who's a transgender, you get it worse. If you've got any sort of pain stuff, especially since the rebound effect on the opioid pain crisis, where they got a ton of people addicted to things, anybody and everybody that has any sort of pain, they don't want to look into it, and so then they just assume that you're just looking for drugs, basically, and then you can't get real help, especially if you're on any sort of like state insurance, Obamacare insurance, which is part of what I tried to talk about when they first put out that bill. I read that whole bill, and I said, you know what sucks is they're painting this to look like it's going to help those of us that can't afford anything, and it's not going to help that much, because there's a lot of people that need real freaking help, and there's only so much tax money you can throw into it, and now it's going to be even crappier care. And I had better care before that stuff came in, but it was before this stuff started happening with my back too, and my body. And like, I don't blame all of that, it's another piece of the problem, and there's a whole lot of puzzle pieces, and I don't know, but I think I'm gonna stop being so quiet about it. I've already started talking more about it on social media, and I don't like people thinking I'm weak, and I don't like a ton of people trying to go, oh, let me do this for you, do that for you. I've needed that lately. I've had to ask for that somewhat lately, but I don't want pity. I don't want to be silenced anymore. And with this evidence that we have, it's like, I'm mad. I don't even know what exactly I'm going to be able to do about it, but I feel like I've lost years of my life, and even parts of my relationship, because of all this stuff going on. And I know even my partner had trouble believing that it was a real thing, because my doctors wouldn't look to see what was really going on. And that sucks. You know, that's years of my life, that's years of my kids' lives, that's time that I could have been working jobs I'd been trained for. I made my way up to management in a restaurant when this started happening, and I haven't been able to do any of those jobs since. And then with this stuff lately, I mean, I got into doing these videos, and I got into doing my tarot readings, and then kept doing DoorDash and doing writing, and I haven't been able to, like, even sitting in the car right now, part of doing this video is because I have to drive a half hour back to my house, and I have to sit for a little while because I'm about halfway there. And I figured, you know what, I might as well sit and let it cool down for a minute, and I'll do my video and stuff. But I don't know. Thanks to those of you who are watching my videos and praying for me and stuff. I think it's kind of interesting that in this time when I really can't even do much more videos and stuff, that it seems like I'm getting an increasing number of subscribers and people watching, and all of you are so kind on so many ways. And I don't know what Spirit has in store or where this is going to go exactly, but thank you. And to those of you on my social media, thank you to you too. And I know many of you are good friends, and if not for you guys, this probably would go a whole different way. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you'll see me on a little more often after this, but we'll see. It depends on how quickly I can get the surgeon to get back to me. Alright, well, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.